In the summer of 1972, in the quiet suburban town of Springfield Township, New Jersey, 16-year-old Jeannette DePalma, a bright high school student, went missing. Just 4 days after her birthday, she told her mother she was going to a friend's house by train and was never seen alive again. For more than 6 weeks, her family, friends, and the local community searched and hoped. Then, in mid-September, a chilling discovery changed everything. This is the story of Jeannette DePalma, a young life cut short, a death shrouded in unanswered questions, and a place locals call the Devil's Teeth. On August 7, 1972, Jeannette left her home on Clearview Road in Springfield. She never arrived at her friend's house. The next day, her parents reported her missing. Days became weeks. The community held its breath as police began their investigation. While the immediate signs of foul play were subtle, the passage of time would render many pieces of the puzzle lost, concealed, or forever ambiguous. 6 weeks later, on September 19th, a dramatic and grim clue surfaced. A neighborhood dog returned to its owner carrying a severed human forearm in its mouth. That bone would lead investigators into the dense woods of the abandoned Hoodale Quarry, a vast, overgrown rock pit adjacent to the Watchung reservation. And there, atop a steep, jagged bluff known among locals as the Devil's Teeth, Jeannette's body would be found. When search teams reached the site, they found her body in an advanced stage of decomposition, lying face down, clothed, on a remote rocky outcrop. With no clear signs of blunt force trauma, no bullet wounds, no fractures, the medical examiner was unable to determine a definitive cause of death, and the official record listed it as a suspicious death rather than a confirmed homicide. Yet dozens of details would stir fear: logs and branches laid around her body, broken items, and a missing necklace, all in a place difficult to access and easily hidden from view. One of the most chilling aspects, the body's location. The Devil's Teeth cliff was steep, remote, and sparsely visited. How had a teenager ended up there? How had her remains remained hidden so long? And why were certain personal items, her purse, her cross necklace, never found? Speculation began to swirl. Some saw evidence of ritualistic markings around the scene. Local folklore and press reports spoke of wooden crosses made of branches, a coffin shape of logs, and animal remains. Investigators at the time and later independent researchers would challenge many of these claims, yet the suspicion of occult involvement would take root in public imagination. The quarry itself, former rock pit turned overgrown and secluded, lent itself to darkness and secrecy. For a community already unsettled by other crimes and rumors of strange gatherings near the Watchung reservation, this death felt like the convergence of teenage vulnerability, isolated terrain, and unspoken menace. And though time passed, the case grew cold. Without a firm motive, no confirmed suspect, and a cause of death undetermined, the truth receded into the shadows. Over decades, newer voices would emerge. A grassroots group called Justice for Jeannette formed to demand answers. They would raise questions about lost files, possible DNA evidence, and the failure to properly investigate the scene. They would challenge the official theories of overdose or accidental death and argue that Jeannette deserved the classification of homicide rather than suspicious. And then there is the paranormal side. Rumors of satanic cults, secret coven gatherings, and ritual sacrifices surfaced in newspapers and community chatter. While concrete proof remains elusive, the setting and the inexplicable remain entwined. A girl missing in one of New Jersey's most remote rock quarries, a body hidden away for weeks, unanswered questions echoing through the hills. What happened that August day? Did someone pick Jeannette up, bring her deep into the quarry, and leave her there? Did she go willingly, or was she forced? What role did the terrain, the time of day, the missing items play? No one knows for sure. The dog's discovery of the arm, the remote bluff, the missing personal effects, each clue invites as many questions as it seems to answer. Today, more than 50 years later, the site remains a haunting marker. People who hike near the old quarry speak of chills, a sense of being watched, unknown footsteps under the trees. The rock face of the devil's teeth holds its silence. Jeannette's family still fights for recognition. The case file still lists pending further study. And the memory of a young girl with potential and promise lingers in the rustle of leaves and the drift of rock dust. This is not a story of resolution. This is a story of loss, of unanswered questions, and of darkness hiding in daylight. Jeannette DePalma walked out that August evening. She never came back. The quarry remains. The cliff remains. And the mystery still calls. Thank you for watching Poise Untold Stories. Don't forget to subscribe and return each day for another true horror story from the edges of reality.